Hello, everybody, and welcome to the
You're not
Cubies
recording.
podcast.
That's such a fucking lie.
That's an absolute lie. Look at
Oh,
this.
you are recording. Okay. Ready? Oh, hold on.
High energy. Come on, guys. High energy. Come on. Bring it up.
This shit's frozen as fuck. Oh, I cut my
Shit.
nails. Can anyone else do
I
it?
need
Is it direction.
frozen?
What are we doing?
No,
Bring
I
it.
cut my nails.
What's the... Into the mic,
Discuss. The first thing we do.
Welcome to the
I don't have
Weird
Wi-Fi. I need Wi-Fi.
G'day, you're listening to the Kieran Meets Podcast.
Today's sponsor is Taxidermy.
This episode is sponsored by Audible. Wow. Go Tam.
Episode 13.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Kid Meets Podcast.
goodness.
We're back in a big way.
Episode 13.
Episode
Unless you're
13.
super- Unless you're super
Episode
suspicious.
12A.
On that. Oh shit.
I peeked that shit out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's restart.
No, keep going.
It's fine. It's
roll with
fine.
the punches.
Episode 13, the unluckiest of all the podcasts. But here we are.
A lot of American hotels don't have a 13th floor or room. It goes 12 and straight to 14.
Yeah, I was looking at a construction
Yeah.
site near the Cardiff train station,
Well, that's
and they
in
go
America,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nothing. 14.
At Bristol Temple Meadow, there's no platform 14, there's 13 and 15.
Welcome back to the Kid Meets Podcast.
That's a good one.
We're glad to be
Ladies
back.
and
We're
gentlemen.
back in a big way.
It's the Christmas special.
Fuck you all.
It's the
Boys,
Christmas
girls,
special.
boys and thems, we're
This was all George's idea. So
Was it? Okay, cool.
blame George if it all
Okay.
goes.
It's
We
the
are-
absolute crimmy special. It's a little
the
festive
what special?
spirit.
Crimmeth.
Crimmy.
Oh,
Come on.
creamy.
Nobody crim. Nobody
We got the
Christmas.
Christmas can.
Yeah, there's a little glass.
Which you're
of it.
drinking it over the organ.
Yeah, please don't spill
I'm
that
not
on my
spilling
organ.
it on the organ.
Audio listeners, love you to death. We're recording this in my brand new gaff.
And if you were concerned, audio listeners whose mind is firmly placed on meat right now, we're discussing the musical instrument, the organ, and not the meaty chunk of most.
Although I
amps.
do have a huge meaty organ, which may be damaged if you pour pints on it. So
You've actually
please,
got 6 to 8. I'm not a scientist.
not visible. Only 2 visible
Yeah,
organs.
6 to 8, probably maybe even.
So
more.
Actually, only 1 visible to most.
So I'd say
what
2
organ is
to.
visible to most?
I'd
my
say
skin, the epidermis.
Is the skin
class
an
that as an
organ? That's
Skin is the biggest organ on the body.
It's true.
No,
I
it's facts.
digress.
Stick to brain science.
yeah. Stick to what you know.
We are joined today.
by a very special guest.
very very.
His name is Oliver.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hi.
Solid.
This is the death of podcasting.
It always is. It always
It
is.
always is. And then you know what? It's spun into absolute gold.
Plur.
And the audience lap it up like a
Plur.
thirsty dog.
Notice how when I wasn't there,
Oh.
you all added an actual comedian. I wonder what the
Yeah.
I don't appreciate the implication that I'm not an actual comedian for what I'm doing here.
Gonna cry.
And frankly, rate yourself.
And
I
frankly,
We
think- absolutely, and frankly, a lot of us I would consider are professional at this point comedians.
we try very hard to make ourselves incredibly funny
Yeah,
at all
yeah,
possible
yeah.
moments in time.
I don't know what the Spotify
Ellis is
royalties-
desperately getting the podcast point over from Matt.
I'm gonna need this.
I don't know what the Spotify royalties are, but I've just bought myself a Lambo on credit, so I hope
Hugh, can you go over the Spotify Wrapped for the podcast real quick?
Oh yeah.
A
probably.
review of the year. I feel like it's been a very
Wrapped.
successful year where we recorded 2 podcasts and maybe posted 3.
That's peak behaviour.
Yeah.
That's peak behaviour.
Yeah.
I've worked very hard this year,
That's
as you know.
cap.
when I think Spotify Wrapped, I think of a little cocktail chipolata wrapped up in a little bacon. Call that a pig in blanket.
Oh! Why do they call them pigs in blankets? Because surely it's a
Because
pig within a
little-
pig.
Little pork saucy.
Yeah.
Wrapped up cozy, wrapped up snug. as a
But the
bug
bacon
away.
is a pig and the sausage is a pig, so surely it's a pig in a pig.
Who cares?
Taking a pig.
You saying blanket company made a pig?
Do you consider that
Back that up.
curing?
Cite your sources on that.
Is wrapping a sausage in more meat a form of curing? Discuss.
I would submit
That's not how this works. We ask you the question.
just to humour him for a second. I would personally argue that smoked or actually any bacon is so salted that it would probably make the chipolata slightly more salty than it would be otherwise. meaning that to a very small degree it is
It's curing,
salted
right.
and therefore cured.
Anyway, are you ready for the Spotify Wrapped 2023?
Oh
I
yes,
am.
that thing we asked
I
for.
was actually born ready, but
Yeah.
thanks for asking.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Well, let's take it from the top, guys. Let's take it from the top. Speaking of top, your top episode was episode 9, Chicken Nuggets featuring Robin.
Banger. There's a good song
We
in
need a
that.
round of applause
That
after
was,
I read that.
in fact,
I don't think I was on that one. That's
No, you weren't. It's very relevant today
That makes
because
sense.
it's the last episode we recorded at this
4 a.m.
hour.
Yeah.
Between 2 and 4 a.m.
Also in my room.
It's-
Not as nice as this one.
Oh,
I might
different room,
add.
different room.
Different room.
And this time
But it's
we-
got a banger song, which, dear listeners, you should go back and listen to near the end, I think, I reckon.
And this time we're not keeping Doogie awake.
Yep.
Like we were last time. It was
Oh,
very,
we could
wishes.
always call him.
It was streamed 79% more than your average episode.
Yeah.
And how many times
3
was it
times instead of
streamed?
once.
Unfortunately, 79% more than 0 is still 0.
I don't think that's true.
Is that mathematically true?
Yeah, it
Can
is.
we check
Yeah.
that?
I think 100% more
I think
than
that's an
0.
irrational number. Am
It's
I
also
wrong in
0.
that?
Yeah,
I'm a humanities student.
yeah, you're wrong. Guys, let's hear it for the new fans.
The new fans.
That's what it says.
The new fans.
64% of all of these lovely listeners discovered us in this year, 2023.
Well,
Oh,
that's fantastic.
64%.
Thank you. Thank you.
64%.
we feel the
So
love.
proud.
Clap, clap, clap.
We give the love back.
I don't.
At a certain point, we're all looking for new and exciting things to entertain our time, you know, to fill the spaces in between meaningful actions until we inevitably die. And if Kid Beats can fill that void, that's salty.
Then good for you.
That's salty and delicious.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm so glad.
That's a beautiful moment. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
You know which episode really brought them in?
What's that?
It was episode 1.
Yes!
I said both the episodes I'm not on.
Spam
Episode
like
one
the
spam.
email.
I'll
They'll
leave.
be saying that in the streets.
I'll walk home.
30% of our new listeners began their journey.
Controversial
With
because I still
spam.
don't think it's a cured meat.
Spam?
Spam is literally the only one that is.
Welcome to episode 13 is Spam 2, because Ollie's being a bitch
Yeah.
about it.
Fact.
It's salted, it's cured, it's preserved.
I have a question. How does it feel to have gone global?
We went global.
Oh yeah, we did.
There ain't no
Bond.
way.
In
We
what
was-
possible sense?
Do you want to guess how many countries we were streamed in this year?
3?
Wait, how many countries are there in the world?
170.
You go, yeah.
Something.
I thought it was
170
It's
something.
200.
I-
181.
It's 200
Wait, no, that's
something.
Pokemon. my
low
bad.
200s or high 100s.
Is that
One of those
51?
two.
I would say
First
there's
generation.
probably
Oh,
15
my bad.
countries of note, and I reckon we hit 4 of them.
You reckon 4? How many?
3.
3?
2.
2?
I think 2.
Guys, you're all way off. Do you want another guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to go for 200
7.
and something.
4.
7.
4.
5.
In fact, the number is 10.
There's no way, bro.
Streamed in 10 countries.
Who is listening to this in 10 countries?
Well, no, so I've been looking at this
Who
over
even
the
lives in 10
year
countries?
because it's quite interesting to look at.
You get through the big dogs, and then you find yourself at the scraps
Go
of the
on,
countries.
go on, where are the big dogs, Matt?
Where are the
Wait, what is
hold on?
scraps?
Where are the scraps of the countries?
I'd happily explain that.
Give me some
Where do
scrap
the big
countries.
dogs come from?
Are we counting Scotland and Wales as separate countries here, or?
No, it's United Kingdom.
Oh,
is
okay,
one of
okay.
the.
That's
Doesn't
fucking
feel very
bold.
united
That's
these
fucking
days.
bold of you to say.
Well, no, that's how Spotify does it. It's not my fault. don't blame me for
Yeah, you're
the.
just following orders.
Hugh,
That's downfall.
pray tell, what are the countries?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I might have to come back to that because it doesn't actually tell me in this rap.
Tell you the fucking
Well, it
countries.
tells me the top country is the United Kingdom,
Oh, we know that.
but
Top
only
3, surely.
84% of listeners in the United Kingdom. So
84% of
16.
there's
listeners in the United
16% of
Kingdom.
you out there.
What about Germany? How up is Germany?
For countries, how many?
I do know because I have looked at this before that the United States rates at around 10% of our listeners.
Wow.
So the
There's
United
no way.
Kingdom is united.
Just
The
mad.
United States are united.
No, they're not.
Okay, fair, but ultimately, what are we united in this? You know?
The kingdom.
I love for cured meats.
Yeah, so fucking true.
So
That's so
true.
sick. Actually.
Mate, that's so true.
Yeah. So in that way, I have more of a connection. The United Kingdom should really include Italy because of my love for Kentucky ham.
Oh yeah.
It should also include Spain for my love of tapas.
Tapas?
Chorizo.
Explain,
Chorizo.
Chorizo.
explain what tapas is.
Like chorizo.
Tapas is a rare stone.
And that's topaz.
Oh, that's topaz, of course.
What is the special meat of this episode?
Hang on, we haven't
Pray
finished the
tell?
raps, you motherfucker.
This is
We're
jumping
18
the
minutes
gun.
into the podcast.
Your listeners have good taste, obviously.
Yeah.
So what else?
Fuck
are they
yeah,
into?
they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. What else are they into? That's my question. Well,
Good taste.
your this is top genre as well. Comedy.
Yep.
Oh, we're pretty fucking funny. History,
Ellis is, none of us.
society, and
Thanks,
culture.
mate.
Oh yeah.
Society.
Society and culture.
This pod
yeah.
really
That's
tells a lot
one
about
topic.
society.
Do you want to hear our listeners' top music genres? This is what we can find
That's
all
actually
these.
fascinating.
That's actually fascinating.
What do you reckon?
I
Jazz.
reckon
Jazz.
it's probably neo-funk /
I
funk.
reckon it's podcast can.
It's probably not a podcast can.
Go on.
Turkish folk.
No, no. It is in fact pop. I mean, it's called pop for a reason.
That is
to be
such
fair.
a piss poor
Um,
bring up.
You know, pop actually
pop,
stands
rock,
for pop
indie
goes the
soul.
weasel.
If
One,
I was,
two, three.
If I was in
Not
charge of the
popular.
phone, I would have skipped that because pop is.
Yeah,
Pop's
you
pop, right?
fucking weak listeners. Get fucking live.
Popcast.
It's an absolute pop.
Your listeners definitely told their friends about you. Your podcast was shared all over, 57% by direct link, and I won't go through any of the other shitty
Yeah,
details.
no, it gives a flaming.
But our most shared episode was the ghost episode.
that was
That's
a banger.
another one I wasn't on. This is so shit for me.
Oh, mate.
Alvin really brought in the listeners.
Alvin.
Alvin
Who the hell is Alvin?
The chipmunk.
You mean Alice?
Oh, okay.
Oh, the
Well, yeah.
And Alice, the special guest.
Are we
Alice,
talking
special
about
guest
a human
Alice.
being or are we talking about a chipmunk?
Plur.
Alright, this is unrecordable.
Quiz time. Which episode got the most audience engagement?
Shrimps.
It was in fact episode 11, Chipotle Chili featuring Doogie.
That was a banger.
Most audience engagement of all the episodes. Isn't that crazy?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, it means that the audience
that the number of
responded to
people-
my shitty polls
Yeah, that's it.
and answered my
Such
shitty
as?
questions. I don't remember what the questions were.
Gorbachev.
Gorbachev.
Gorbachev was heavily involved. In that.
He was heavily involved.
Plus 61% followers. Mad.
Wow.
Wait,
I
plus
tell you,
61
mad.
in the
Compared to
year.
what?
When was our first ever
Shut
episode?
up.
What was?
It was March
However,
2022.
The important numbers
that's
don't
so
lie.
far.
The important
That's so
numbers
long
do
ago.
not lie. And that is that we are a top 10 podcast for 71 fans.
We're top 10 in the world.
Yeah, we're top 10 in the
17
world.
in the world.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
There are 71 people in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alistair Campbell and Rory Stewart knocked
can-
on my door last night
I can
and begged
crack-
us to close down the Kid Meets pod, and we said no, we can't.
I'm cracking the numbers. Top 10 for 71 fans. Top 5 for 44 fans. And
44, there's so many.
top podcast for 15 people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was
was
one
at
of
least
those.
two
I was
of
one
which are in
those.
this
I
room.
was one
Yeah.
of them, yeah. I listened
We
to
should not have admitted to that.
George was also on. I was not.
I listened to it in
Uh,
the bath.
I don't listen to any other podcast.
Were you
No,
number one?
same.
Possibly.
I listened to it to get off.
Get off what?
the train.
The bus.
Get off what?
The bus, yeah? Yeah.
What are you
good.
getting off? Alice?
Anyway,
Me.
Get off yourself. You're absolutely
Just
off
because we
yourself.
record stuff doesn't mean it has to go in the pod. I just want to clarify this.
I-
Future Hugh, who is editing, you do not need to include everything we say.
I think you do.
I continue to advocate for scrapping this and starting again.
This episode of the Kid Meets podcast is sponsored by
taxidermists. we take those taxidermied animals and we convert them back into the animals they once were, and then we deliver them straight back to your home, free of charge. That's why we offer a premium service. Taxidermied animals may not be alive on Pomeroy.
So what is the special meat of this episode? Ollie, as the special guest, what have you brought
Tell
to
you what
us?
it's not, and it's not taxidermy.
Why?
I'll leave it
What?
to you to figure out what it is.
That's such a random one
Explain
to call
yourself.
out. Why wouldn't it be
Explain yourself. First of all,
taxidermy?
explain
And
what
why did you
taxidermy
think...
is.
Yeah, why do you think to say specifically not taxidermy? That's a very strange.
What is taxidermy and why is it not the Kid Meet of this episode?
Taxidermy involves no salting of any
Sorry, what does it
raw
involve?
meat.
What
I
does
don't know. I once went in
wouldn't
an
know.
Uber and I... Taxidermy does do a bit of salting.
Yeah.
Anyway, firstly, I'm not a taxidermist, so I couldn't couldn't specify
was live.
what it involves. But what I do know is that it doesn't involve any consumption.
But can you describe it in very general terms?
To the layman.
It's
For the
actually the
layman.
layman. That's what I was about to say.
Which is our listeners, you
it's-
dumb
it's
fuck.
Never owned a stuffed bird or frog.
If in a hypothetical podcast I was talking about taxidermy, which in this podcast I'm not, but for the purposes of your
Just
question,
layers of hypotheticals. Like you
I'll
are,
answer.
you know you are here, right? Like
I'll answer your question.
you're aware that you are
I'll
here.
humour you and answer this question.
I'd appreciate that.
What was the question?
What is taxidermy and why is it not the kid me in this episode?
Well, one at a time. Firstly, taxidermy, I believe, as far as I'm
And
aware.
we'll help. You know, we're not your enemy.
No. Well,
We're waiting for an answer. Get to the point.
Hugh is your enemy.
5,
I
4.
believe it involves stuffing the dead corpse of a.
A dead corpse is supposed to be a live corpse.
It's pathological, apologies.
Stuffing it alive would it be?
Stuffing the alive
inhumane?
corpse is what I do.
Are
When
you, are you skating for stuffing it alive? Is that what?
I'm not advocating for anything.
That's what we're
I'm not
hearing.
advocating anything to do with taxidermy.
I'll never stuff
I'm
anything
simply
alive.
explaining the existence of it.
I stuffed that. That's fact.
What's the end? Maybe
That
the,
might be removed. Moving on.
Yeah, bleep.
Yeah.
Cut.
Anyway,
What's the end product of taxidermy? Maybe that's the way to describe
yeah,
Well,
sure.
Fucking Hugh, did I even fucking look at you for a second when I asked that?
You actually did. So, yeah, go on.
You dog. You dog, you betrayed me.
Well, what I can tell you is the word taxidermy originates from the ancient Greek words taxis, order, arrangement,
Which
and
means cab.
Order or arrange me a cab.
yeah, great, good one. And derma. What do you think derma means?
Skin.
guys? Skin.
Derma
So it
O'Leary.
It's exactly right.
Taxidermy meaning arrangement of skin.
Derma's like skin, like
Arrangement of skin.
Which is the biggest organ on the human
dermatologist.
body.
The arrangement
Depends who you are,
of
you know.
skin.
Yeah.
I've never arranged my own skin, nor actually anyone else's or anything else's. Which makes me think that actually there's a pretty big gulf between me and taxidermists worldwide.
Your average hobbyist taxidermist.
Yeah, like spam, I can see it, smush it up. That's easy. But like taxidermy, that's the whole.
What were those words?
Smush it up.
Okay.
Yeah, smush it up.
Okay.
Smush.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, like smush up your life. But no, I don't see
Yeah.
taxidermy's. It's a step removed, isn't it?
No, yeah, you can't arrange skin. But
You've gotta be-
You could show me. You could show me some skin.
Yeah, you gotta be
You
a
could show
little.
me some skin right now.
That's easy money. That's easy money.
And that's the friendship we ask for on the
That's
kids.
it.
And if you're interested which bit of skin was shown listeners, then you'll have to listen to subscribe and pay us money.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Well, we show you the skin that we touch.
The
To the only hams.
exactly. Man,
Nice,
you're 2
dude.
seconds ahead of me every joke.
You gotta subscribe to the
God
only
damn it.
hams to see the skin that was just shown.
With heavy editing, this episode might even just come together.
Fuck's sake. So we digress. What is the special meat for this episode?
What is taxidermy? And why is it not the meat of the episode? You can't give this up. And Ollie, I love you, buddy.
I'm not sure we're going to recover after that joke.
Can I take a crack?
What?
Well, can I
what is-
answer the question as to why
Yeah,
we're
no,
not talking about
No,
it?
but what
You're
is
taking your sweet,
taxidermy?
sweet time.
Ollie,
Oliver.
why aren't we talking about
Let's skip
taxidermy?
that one.
No, it's
And-
fucking educational podcast.
Okay, but we'll get to that. But can I also answer the next question?
Naturally.
order
Why
to answer
aren't
the
we
previous
talking
question?
about taxidermy?
Well, as far as I'm aware, as an avid Cured Meats listener, and by the way, it's an honour to be on the podcast in the first place.
yeah,
thank you.
naturally.
Every
It is.
single Cured
And
Meats,
treated as
every
such.
single Cured Meats podcast I've listened to, I've imagined a taste in my mouth of how good the meat that they're talking about tastes,
Yeah,
and I've imagined all the experiences I've ever had of tasting that meat.
yeah.
I personally can't say I've ever tasted a dead animal skin. I don't know if anyone else.
Yeah, my
in the
concern
room
is that that's
can-
just a massive
Well, have you ever had
imagination.
pork scratchings though?
Is that considered taxidermy?
That's an arrangement of skin into a bag.
So
That's
it could
facts.
be arranged. Yeah, it could be considered as taxidermy.
I don't think that's right.
And also, what about chicken in a bag?
I think
You can
you
buy
t-
chicken in a bag. That's an arrangement of skin
You
again
guys
into a
have
bag.
absolutely taken steps that have not been addressed by the definition of the word. I don't remember the definition.
Arrangement of skin.
Arrangement of skin.
You know, dried
No,
mango
but
tastes like
we showed
human
the
skin.
etymology.
Oh wait, no, that's not the right thing.
Dried mango.
Dried mango has the same texture as human skin, dead human skin.
That's rank, and you're a sick.
Is that from
you're a
personal
sick-
experience?
That is from personal experience.
You're a little nasty freak.
I have experienced dead human skin, and I've experienced dried mango,
Okay,
and
so
they're very similar.
You're a little sick, nasty cunt. But what we're talking about is taxidermy, and that's fine. And as I understand it as a layman, it's when you get
Taxidermy or Larry?
Should I just shut the fuck up and go home?
Can
Or
you start,
I
can you
speak?
start your sentence again?
I would love to.
Can you use it in a sentence?
May
So
I-
how would you like to hear about the
May I-
father of modern
May I
taxidermy?
fucking speak?
This
There you go.
podcast is irreparable.
Taxidermy
Taxi-daddy.
at its base. Oh my god. You boys are absolutely getting to it. As I understand it, it's when an animal dies and you do your very best to stuff it.
Trust me, I've done my best to stuff some dead animals in my time.
Oh, mate.
I said what, 7 words?
Hammy the hamster.
May I? Can I syntactically complete?
Sorry, what?
Can I complete a sentence to the point so that it makes sense as a thing you could read on a page?
syntactically scuff an animal.
I'm fuming. I'm absolutely. I'll tell you that for free.
Spit it out, man. Tell us how you really feel.
It's when you stuff a little beast so it looks like it's alive except it ain't moving. If you take a photo, you might believe it's real. If you take a video, you know it was stuffed. The fuck?
Unless it was just,
That's all it is.
unless it was just really well trained in the art of stationary.
No animal is.
I,
Name me one. Name me one.
the meerkat.
They're not that still, bro. They're
They
not that
stand
still.
very still. Look
Not
at them
that
go.
still.
Possum.
Well, you know,
Sloth.
Oh, that's
Literally
actually a
played
good
dead.
shout.
That's sloth.
That's a
such
good shout. Possum is an actual good answer.
They play dead. They don't play taxidermy. They don't play stuff.
that's quite a good way to escape prejudice, to be fair.
It's
Pretend you're a
adaptation
taxidermy
is a
version
form of survival.
of yourself.
What I'm saying is, I went to visit my buddy who lives in a nice part of London, and we walked past this shop that was next to a Pret, and it was full of just absolute creatures.
What, the Pret?
Yeah, the Pret. It was full of people, and I couldn't get my head around it. They were all wearing like corduroy, and like they were willing to spend like £7 on a sandwich.
That's great, man. But what
It
does
was
that do with
wild.
taxidermy?
No, nothing at all. Sorry, carry on, everyone. No, the store next to the Pret had like
Corduroy.
many beasts. No, it was a little joke I was telling. But there were many. Hated that.
That's a tough one.
No. Yeah, cut that.
Cut that.
No.
Sound clip
like,
that's going to go in between a segment.
There were snakes, and there were most of it was birds. I feel like I'm just, this is my full knowledge of this, is that birds seem easier just based on how many birds there were. I don't know if birds are easier or if there were just fucking more bird carcasses. But there were probably 200 birds for every one puma in this show.
Mate, that fucking sounds like Gravity on a Wednesday night, girl. What do you mean, bro?
Bird carcasses.
You're nasty.
There is bare birds in
You're a
there.
misogynist.
The bird to puma ratio is not up to scratch.
Yeah, when I discuss a puma, I'm not talking about
high quality.
I'm talking about felines
Unusable.
of the
Fucking
seven
unusable. That's unusable content.
How is taxidermy? That's what I've
yeah,
always
come on.
wondered.
They get a beast and they stuff it full of fucking foam and wool, and then you have the same thing. That's when it was alive, except it doesn't move. The end. That's all it is. Why doesn't it rot? I hear you cry, audience.
Because it's cured.
No, it's not.
Ding, ding, ding,
Well, I
ding,
don't
ding.
actually. Well, we'll find out.
Insert.
What does the
editor
father
Hugh
of
installer.
taxidermy say?
Don't care.
Okay.
Who is the father?
Daddy.
This episode of the Kid Meets Podcast is sponsored by the taxidermy elephant trunk you got as a... You know that thing in the shower that you pull? How like it's a light switch, but it's different to all the other ones in your house for some reason because it's a bathroom? And now it's an elephant trunk. And it's taxidermy. You probably spent too much money on it, and it's uncomfortable every time you use it. You're uncomfortable taking a shit. That's what this episode is sponsored by. The unease and immorality of using a taxidermy elephant trunk as a toilet light when you're taking a dump. Thank you very much.
The traditional skin mount
Oh no.
Brother! If you're looking for a traditional skin mount, look no further.
It's one such taxidermy method.
I could stop.
What does it mean to mount something else?
Traditionally.
Definitionally speaking.
Oh, damn it.
You're in the room.
I'm going to be honest, listeners. Taxidermy is a bit fucked up. It's a bit weird.
Is it?
It's a little bit weird.
Is it? Is it any worse? Like,
No.
no, in a very genuine sense, like our culture and fairly, like the West and modern society buries people or potentially cremates people.
On a scale from bestiality to taxidermy.
That's not a skill.
That's not what I'm fucking saying. I'm sorry for my blue language. I've had too many beers. What I'm saying is, like, burying and cremation are very specific and unique forms of basically removing a problem. Right?
Remember
That's what
why
I
he's not
did.
been on the last few episodes now.
Removing a
Dead body's a problem.
A dead body is a problem.
You think that humans are a problem
No.
that should be
I
removed?
think a dead body is an opportunity.
No, I think someone dies and there's an
opportunity.
indescribable amount of sadness, and then humans have an almost infinite capacity for emotion. And yet, once that's passed, there's a chunk of meat on the floor. And that has to go.
Cure it.
It's got to go.
Cure that
So,
shit.
and in our
Are
society...
you about to pitch the option of us
Taxiderming a human.
taxidermying
No, I'm not saying
our fellow
that.
citizens?
What I'm saying is, for the last, 1,000, 1,500 years, we've chucked it in the ground, and much more recently, we've burnt that shit so it fits in a pot. Neither of those are actually, objectively better than doing anything else with it. Actually, stuffing a human being, putting it on a mount, could be more respectful. And in the future, 100 years from now, I see no reason why that wouldn't be the case.
It may be.
You know what I mean? It's all cultural.
You never know.
Some cultures, genuinely eat their dead. Some animal cultures do, some human cultures do. Some human cultures...
Yeah, that's
people out to
Chandos
sea.
Road, am I right?
What I mean, yeah, right. I'm talking about Stroud. No, I'm saying people dispose of the dead in very different ways. That's a very emotional thing. And now a song that George is going to headline.
What?
I stuffed my mother.
No.
In the morning. She was gonna go underground. But I missed her face.
I nearly stuffed my mother, 'cause I missed her face. But I drew a little stick man drawing of her, and then I chucked her in the ground, 'cause it was more hygienic or something. My uncle was happy about that, 'cause he didn't like the idea that my mother would be a weird sculpture in my living room. There's not that much room because I got a 48-inch OLED. It wouldn't fit the feng shui.
Nah, turn that shit off.
Too
Turn that shit out.
It's too late, guys. Turn that off.
Excellent.
That was all right.
Turn that off.
Cut my middle segment. That's fine.
Very nice, very nice.
Turn it off.
So what mean?
So now we know what taxidermy is. Now I would like Ollie to make an impassioned case for why it's not a kid, mate.
Which it definitely
I've
isn't.
literally given the exact case
Go
as to
on.
why I don't. Do you want me to say the
Yes,
same
I
thing
would.
I've already
Yeah.
said on the podcast?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
apologies for any repetitions.
Well, the first one is a kid.
Listeners.
What is a cured meat then, Ollie?
cured
If
meat.
taxidermy is not
Yeah,
this.
come on, newcomer.
As far as I'm
Come on,
aware,
fresh bread.
a cured meat is a way of preparing a raw dead animal
For what?
for human consumption to eat, right? Without the needs
Yummy,
without
yummy.
the needs of heating it up. So the whole point of cooking meat is the whole point of eating meat is that you have to cook it in order for it to give you any nutritional value. Whereas curing it and giving it things like salt and maybe smoke, whatever, makes it edible despite the fact that it's raw.
So you're saying if you
Which is the
taxidermy
point.
this beast and gave it a ciggy, that should be chilling.
What if I taxidermied something and went through the full process of official taxidermy with the full intention of eating it?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I want to do it. I'm saying, is it cured?
I guess it would.
It's a
be
much more
considered
fundamental
cured.
question.
I might be completely wrong about my definition of cured, but the way I see it Smoke. The way I think about it is smoked salmon. For the longest time in my life, I always thought that smoked salmon was cooked salmon that they then put a bit of smoke under to make it taste smoky.
What it is?
No, smoked salmon's raw.
You can do that.
Smoked salmon is raw, which I never realised until recently.
Yeah.
And it was only made, again, forgive me if I'm completely wrong, it was only made edible when they smoked it or cooked it. But then again, no,
I thought that same thing about quiche. My flatmate ate a raw quiche, and I was like, "That's raw," and he was like, "Bro, it's eggs. It's like it's."
No, but you have to cook the
already.
eggs. You cook the eggs.
No, but by the time it's a quiche, it's already cooked, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
I thought that in some way a quiche was important.
You gotta know sometimes when your quiche is cooked.
But what I'm saying, quiche is already cooked.
But why is taxidermy? That's what I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
thank you. Please move on.
I'm sitting here wondering.
Jesus.
Give quiche
Why
a chance,
is-
what I'm saying.
Oh, we are saying.
I used to have a T-shirt that said "Give quiche a chance."
It's
It's the best shirt I ever had.
You know, John Lennon had a song that was "Woman is the peace of the world."
Quiche.
Did you guys know that?
What? John Lennon's middle name was Quiche.
That's not true.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't think that's
I don't know what
true.
you're
John Lennon had a song called "Woman is the beep of the world."
The beep is quiche, right?
No, the
She's the quiche of the world.
What's the beep?
I said the beep. I'm not saying it again.
I didn't hear it.
She's the beep of the world.
Yeah.
I love the beep.
Audio listeners love you to death.
Yoko
Look at John
Ono
Lennon,
was
and
raw
he's
egg.
got an album that's something about New York and looks like a newspaper. The first song in that album. Let me tell you, there's some stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Raw Egg.
What, man?
Lonely raw egg quiche.
Wow, I cut that.
Wow, what a guy.
That's a cut. That's a cut.
Speaking of cuts,
A Florida taxidermist takes clients nobody else will. Grieving pet owners.
you ever taxidermied a baby?
People have. No, people do.
Do they?
What?
It has been done.
Is
The baby grow older.
I have read that. No, the humans have but like I said a minute ago, like it is just different types of burial and like different ways of dealing with like the nature of a corpse.
If I die, I want to be taxidermied.
Surprisingly deep this
And
episode.
Yeah, I was
toast
thinking that.
smoking a ciggy.
Yeah, if you want to taxidermy me, by the way, like, while you're asking,
On a reel.
yeah, I want a fucking fat joint in one hand. I want a crisp apple in the other, so people don't know I cared about my health.
Stroking a taxidermied cat in your lap.
No, I want a live cat on the lap.
No.
To be replenished when it dies.
So there's a famous philosopher called Jeremy Bentham, who is the father of utilitarianism.
Okay.
In the world of philosophy, and
Yes.
when he died,
Yes.
he not demanded, I suppose
Yes.
he requested. Thank you, George, for your active listening
Yeah.
techniques.
Yes.
He asked that his body would be preserved in a significant sense. No, like
Do go on, Matt. Do go on. Yes, please
like
do.
the pickled rats that were in that.
Orchard
Precious.
Heights.
he was mummified essentially. He died something like 1860 or 70. So modern mummification.
That's a bit past the pharaohs. isn't
Yes. Yeah, it was a bit past. Not that far past if you scale out a bit, but
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
And he
Fair enough.
lived in a big... Very good. Lived in a big glass box, and that worked very well for a long time until the students of King's College London, where he was preserved, took his mummified head and used it as a football in the quad. And now,
You literally said this 2 weeks ago in the pub.
it's a fantastic fact.
Were they recording at the time?
No, but
Were they?
I'm not talking to you, George Mudd. I'm talking to the 10 countries that we speak to. We have an absolute obligation.
Mummify.
Oh shit! Mummies. They're cured meats. Bit cannibalist, but shall mummies be the cured meat of the episode?
we're 40
That
minutes
is-
in, mate.
Mummify.
Well, it's not taxidermy, but mummies is kind of close.
Mama Fry.
Is there can anyone name me a difference between taxidermy and mummification?
Mama Cry.
Ollie can. Ollie is a guest. What can you difference?
Mama. Mama Fry. Oh, Mama Fry.
More fried or fried?
Stephen Fry.
When my mama came home one day, she thought she would be taken away with no know, I just backed her up. I shoved her in those bandages. I picked out her brains and her nose and put her vital organs in jars. So vital. They were so vital organs. It was difficult to store them. Are you sure I'm not gonna need my liver? You'll be fine without your liver.
What about the appendix?
You didn't need the appendix anyway. We've been proving that over a long time. Anybody can remove their appendix, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
Can I at least keep my skin?
No, you can't keep your skin. I
I thought
need
that was
it.
the whole point in taxidermy is that I can keep my skin.
No, I need to make a replica of Cassandra from Doctor Who.
It's very hard to keep it or keep changing whatever the fuck.
Name me another organ.
I love dead lungs. The pancreas.
The pancreas.
Oh,
That's similar
to the pangolin.
Mummify. Mama cry. Mummify.
Because Mama fried.
Mama fried that chicken real good.
Mama ran a chicken restaurant. Now I
Buenos hermanos.
now I fry that bone so real good.
My appendix is running in a little box. Appendix.
The real weird thing is we're thinking about turning our mothers into a series of taxidermy things.
I think
But that's the nature of mummified.
So mummies is the new meat. I think we've decided.
Should we redo this?
Tutankhamun, would you eat? Yes or no?
Should we do this song?
Tutankhamun, would you eat? Yes or no?
Dry aged.
He's been cured over a long time.
The most cured meat of them all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So good he's turned to dust.
When they dug,
But is dust not a good flavour?
when Howard Carter
Like the dust at the bottom of crisp packets.
From dust to dust.
From ashes to dust.
I don't think there's dust at the bottom of Chris packet.
Well, you know.
Not in the same sense.
Well, I reckon Tutankhamun tastes like the bottom of a prawn cocktails
What I
bag.
know is when the crew dug Tutankhamun out, they found like a big, like a gourd, and it had honey in it, and that honey was still edible, like 2,000 years on.
It's the sugar.
But
The bees know what they're doing.
No one
That's the business.
tasted the meat.
No one tasted
No
Tutankhamun.
one. No one tasted. No one had a little chunk of.
Was it off?
No one thought.
Was it off? Was it on? No one could know. There was no way to know because no one had the absolute cojones.
Was it on the bone or off the bone? That's the question.
Presumably on because he was a human man.
After all those years, you think it was still on the bone?
Mate, Tutankhamun, the
So much to cut.
He died aged like 12, by the way. Just so you know.
He was taxidermy.
brother was suck off a bus.
What was that?
Cut that.
Yeah.
On a reel, let's cut that.
This episode is sponsored by Audible. That's right. Actual Audible.
They got us.
It's when they read books for you. You know it. You know what it is. They did it. They sponsored us. They did it. Stuff your mum, stuff your aunt, stuff your dog. It's Audible. Fucking read a book. I don't care. Fucking do it. Why not?
Listen to your favorite stories like The Rise of Cleopatra and The Reign of Tutankhamun,
You can listen to stories such as Udder Teresa.
or even The Rise of Benito Mussolini, or The Peaceful Life of Mahatma Gandhi.
So when was taxidermy?
Well, the mummies were born in the late 1850s.
Whoa.
Not true.
No, they weren't.
There
That's not
ain't
true.
no way mummies were born
When
in
you're spreading
1850s.
disinformation on the internet.
Hugh, search that shit up.
Have we ever been factual on this
Many
podcast?
many
Surely.
times.
We've never once
Oh, we've
spread
talked.
false
Wait, that's right. We
truths.
talked about botulinum.
Oh, postulinum botulinum.
That's it,
That's
there
our
you go,
favourite
there
disease.
Botox.
No.
Botulinum is the bacteria in Botox.
Indeed. Wait, no.
Well, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Who's to say? But that's kind of not the point.
Okay.
Well, I'd call the ancient Egyptian method, you could call embalming.
I would call it that.
Yeah.
Well, you're not even an Egypt expert, so that's good to hear you say
No,
that.
I'm not an Egypt.
If I
In
took,
fact, I'm an Egypt.
can I ask
if
a
anything.
legitimate question?
Yeah.
Egypt.
Can I ask a legit question?
You may.
If I found like a dead animal on the side of the road, and I'm thinking like a little baby hedgehog that got splattered by one of those,
yeah.
like Ford F-150s, like a car that is far too big to
That was
operate.
extremely specific.
Yeah, I'm
And
listening.
I take the 2D rendering at this point of the hedgehog, and I peel it off the pavement, and I inflate it black up to size.
Pump it up with a balloon.
Yeah, I pump it up,
Like a
and I
balloon.
stuff it full of curds and whey, and it looks like a hedgehog again. Have I embalmed?
Or have you
No,
taxidermy?
no, you have not.
Have I taxidermied?
I feel like
What
you are
have
more.
I done?
You are more on the taxidermy spectrum than the embalming spectrum.
I think, yeah, okay. That's one of the
reasons.
spectrums, I think.
For the reason that embalming is to do with the drying out of the moisture within the body of the creature.
Oh, so maybe it's depending on the humidity of the air at the time of peeling this beast off the road. That depends what I've done. And at what point does it become a cured meat? Because actually I'm beginning to side with Ollie that actually this is bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. This is no cured meat at all.
I thought mummy was a cured meat.
Maybe we should have done ham.
Mummies is a cured meat,
Mummies
though.
is pretty cute.
No, it's not.
Mummies is.
Why is
Taxidermy
mummies
probably
not a cured meat?
Well, I don't know if your mummy is, but my mummy is.
Is skin even meat?
What?
Is skin even meat?
Pork
Legit.
scratching.
Is skin
Pork
even meat or
scratchings.
skin even meat?
Meat. Sorry for
What
not
skin is
enunciating.
meat?
No. Like muscle and shit is meat.
When you eat pork belly, you would have a little bit of.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
got
but
the
it's
muscle.
separate. It's crackling. It's or like whatever. It's different,
What?
right?
It's what?
A crack.
And What's crackling?
Hey guys, welcome to the
Crackling's
Curious
actually
Podcast, episode 14. Today we're talking about crackling.
Yes.
It's a quick save. It's a quick save, guys.
It's kind of different.
No,
though.
don't.
I can't.
It's kind of different.
Crackling is different.
Like
This is
pork
there.
belly, there's the meat underneath, and then there's
It's
the
more-
fat, and then there's the skin.
It's more the fat.
If
than
you're eating
crackling.
chicken, people are like, "Oh, I love chicken skin,"
Anyone want to eat
which
raw
would be a
pork belly right
tautology
now?
if chicken and skin were the same thing, but they're not, right? They're
No,
different.
okay.
So
Where's the
maybe
pig?
taxidermy is not cured meat
Looking
at
at
all.
it.
Maybe it's skin, and there's no meat because the meat is the inside bit. Have I lost my mind? Am I crazy for this?
Yeah, but well, define meat.
It's close to
Meat-
4 in the
meat
morning and
is-
Matt has lost his mind.
I think meat is the inside bit.
Whoa, no. Surely meat
Not
is
the-
the product of a dead animal.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Meat is the bit.
Yeah, but skin is skin is skin is skin.
Is what?
Show me some
meat-
skin, brother.
You know that's true. But meat is the like chicken, right?
Yeah.
Here's a KFC.
I see
Here's
the
the
chicken.
Here's no, not like that.
It's dead. The chicken's
You
dead.
clearly don't know.
Oh, the chicken's dead.
You don't know what KFC is. That's okay. That's fine. You got a little chicken. No. Like not a real like a chicken breast.
Chicken breast. Oh, baby. Now we're talking.
Calm yourself.
Yeah. No.
Oh my god! People eating KFC, they got the chicken, and then there's the delicious skin.
Mate, you seen
on-
the
This is
I think that's a sign.
this is
Yeah.
not. This episode's never going up.
audio listeners, love you to death. I just kicked over my own guitar.
They're different though. The skin and the meat are different entities. Because I'm enjoying the chicken.
Okay, but where's the breast come into this?
I was just using that as a cut. It was a cut
What's that
example.
noise?
What I mean is, I'm beginning to side with Ollie that actually if taxidermy is
No,
skin
for different
stuffed with
reasons.
synthetic
though, because
nothingness,
I think skin can still be considered meat.
is skin meat, listeners. Answer in the poll.
Meet Carl von Kozel, the man who slept next to his crush's corpse for
Sorry,
7
his
years.
first name was
The man who invented meat.
Did you say
No.
his first name was Madison?
No, his first name is Carl.
You said meat.
Oh.
You said
Let me
meat. Carl
introduce. Let me
something.
introduce you.
Okay, I understand. I thought
Yeah.
his first name was Meat Carl.
Meat. Hi, my name's
Get him on the
Meat.
podcast immediately.
Meat man, but real.
This is unlistenable. We should start again.
He slept next to his crusher's corpse for 7 years.
It's
That's
Crushers.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty grim.
What's Crushers mean?
What's
As
that?
in she was crushed, or I don't know.
Crush's course.
Wow. Did you know there's an American serial killer known as the Butcher of Plainfield who crafted a belt made out of his victims' nipples?
Been there.
What has this got to do with anything? just a quick fact for you all.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's in this article either, to be
Leave
fair.
that out. Find nicely.
Yes.
Our song and silence.
Not that again. Not that one again. Do a different one. Oh. Okay. Stop it.
That's right.
Oh shit. What's the chord?
Sorry, you've lost me. Ollie, you've lost me. What is?
Finish. Okay.
He's not finished.
I was just fit. Oh,
Let
right.
him finish.
I see.
But what?
Leather belt.
A belt or something.
It's made of nipples. Belt's made of nipples.
Man, why did you spoil that photo?
I feel like we didn't need a whole
Yeah,
pre-chorus to
good.
get to the point. That's my thing.
Why was the belt made of nipples though? That's what I
Who
don't get.
knows why madmen do what they do?
How do you
We're
even
talking-
connect nipples together? That's my
Guys, this is the kid meets podcast.
Let's get back on track,
I'm
right?
so upset with how this has gone.
There's a reason why you left, and
Oh.
Excuse me.
I don't know
Oh.
where I'm going with this.
The most popular podcast did not have you.
67% of listeners joined because you weren't here.
I'm gutted about that, and I'll leave.
Well, we've got a new one. Wait, no, that's
A new listener? Or...
Yeah. New listener right now. The Florida man story from only recently. Who got
About
caught
which
selling
now?
£40 of suspected horse meat.
Is
This is just very interesting. It's very interesting. I'm very
Is
curious.
this just
about it.
happened right now?
Oh yeah, right this
So
moment.
it's about
Actually, we're about to go.
breaking
We're about
news.
to go live to our reporter from Florida, Devon, Meat Man 123, calling Meat Man 123.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on?
Hello,
Oh shit, is that Hugh?
can you hear me? You're
Yes, I
live.
can hear
Please
you.
do not say shit or bugger.
Okay. I will not say those words. What's up?
Say 'em.
Well, we hear you're there live.
Yep.
At the scene of the crime. Where 40.
I'm here live at the scene of the crime. Sorry?
We've heard 40 horses.
What was that?
they mean taxidermy.
40 horses being taxidermied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about that?
So basically, there's this stable, and I guess you could say it wasn't very stable. And these guys broke in, and what they did is they stuffed those horses. You ever heard of that case, Mr. Hands? Where that guy got horse and he died? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but in reverse. They killed these horses, and they stuffed them. Not with an 8-inch
Say it again. Is it when he being bleached?
I repeat, can you hear me? I repeat, not with a
Ring, this is Ofcom. You can't do this.
Okay, we've had to cut away from
But they
our
hit
reporter.
Hello?
In,
Can you still hear me?
No.
Are
Cut
you
off the
there?
line.
Can't hear him.
Cut off the line.
They chopped the legs off those horses.
Cut off the line.
God damn it. How's this horse gonna run the races? I had 20 big ones on that guy.
Cut the line. Beep, beep, beep. Well, we're sorry to have had to cut the line there. We've had it's like technical malfunction with our reporter on the ground.
How do we each personally feel about taxidermy? Like, if you went into like the local shopping centre, and
Have you ever been to Milk Thistle?
what? So, how do we all feel about taxidermy? Like, as even a practice? Like, before we even discuss it as a meat, like, I went past this taxidermy shop that I saw, like I said, in London, and it made me a bit uncomfortable. Like, I didn't like seeing.
Yeah.
Not just like there were dogs and cats, because there were dogs and cats, but that weirded me out 'cause it's pets. But like even birds and like foxes and animals that normally I wouldn't really.
I don't know. I think
Does the
birds is
taxidermy
alright.
shop sell taxidermy animals or equipment?
No,
whereby you
sorry,
can do
taxidermy
yourself.
animals. Taxidermy animals. And there was like genuinely, there was a penguin. There was like I don't know what bird, but a bird of prey with like a big old wingspan. There was some like exotic beasts, and I would argue that that's fairly messed up.
What about the Bristol Museum or any museum?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, like the natural history. That's
It's very interesting to see in many ways.
natural history is all taxidermy.
all taxidermy.
There's
And I
taxidermy in pubs as we are.
Actually, I would eat the whale in the natural history if they let me.
Yeah.
I would.
Just in one sitting or over a course of a month?
It would probably feed me for a bit.
How much blubber could you eat in one sitting?
Well, I've heard that if you burn a penguin, it stays on fire for 7 days.
When baby seals,
So a whale must be a pretty long time.
Yeah.
when baby seals cry, do they go blubber blubber blubber?
Actually, just genuinely scrap this whole episode.
No, this is gold. Trust me.
I don't think this is going on the air.
Mm.
You look so sad.
Can we get back to the bit about the?
Can we do a song? Can we do one nice song?
Blubber blubber blubber.
Fuck's sake! Okay, wait. Clean cut. I went down to the Natural History Museum and I saw a big old whale. Big old whale. I didn't think that it could live in the air, and actually the science backed it. It doesn't make sense that a seal or whale could live above the ocean floor, but it was lying on the top of the ceiling of the Natural History. It was flying in the air. It was above the water, and it was quite scared.
Hello, Matt.
Clean cut, second chorus.
Hello, Matt. I'm from up north.
Were you the whale?
Yes. Who else was I? Who else would it be? There are two people in this story.
The seal.
You and the whale, and you are you.
I'm founding it, I had no concept.
Oh god.
Don't go around again.
And the whale. He said.
You can get this.
Let's start that again.
From the very start.
Fucking hell.
I'll go from the very start.
And the whale.
He said, well,
How can it be that you can stuff my blubber? Blubber, blubber. So full and so much.
And I said, well, if we didn't stuff your blubber, so I'll keep track of this, there'd be no way to see you in the Natural History Museum.
You couldn't see that whale in there. You couldn't see the whale.
I can see the way he's fucking
You couldn't
huge.
see the seal. You couldn't see the dolphin. You couldn't see the T-Rex. Although that definitely wasn't taxidermy because they died a while ago.
They're just bones now.
They're just bones.
Boom.
I'm pretty sure they taxidermied the dinosaurs. If they didn't, I don't know what they did. And if they didn't, I don't know what I'm looking at. Why would I pay to go in?
I ate all the blubber.
Of the dinosaur or the whale?
Was it cured?
No.
But it was salty like the night. They clearly used salt in the process somewhere, and they put it up on the ceiling. But they give you a little scrap of the meat if you ask. It's pretty nice.
And that's good enough for us. And that's good enough for us.
That's good enough for us and the cured little whale.
And it
Whale.
tasted better than expected.
Well, only marginally.
Yeah, maybe. No, that wasn't bad.
How long has this been going
I
for?
don't know, a while.
A whale.
A whale. It's been going on for a whale, guys.
Should we wrap this? Hold on.
This episode sponsored by Beak, the only part you don't have to stuff.
This episode is sponsored by Audible.
We can't do that.
This episode is sponsored by Audible. The only fuck.
Well, guys, this pod's been going on for a whale now, hasn't it?
You know that thing where you used to take your joke and say it louder? Yeah.
Yeah, we should wrap this up like a mummy.
Like a Merry Christmas present, because this has been such a Christmassy episode, you have no idea.
Oh, that's so true, like a pig in blanket.
God, this episode has been so themed around good cheer and Christmas.
Let's have some last ratings on Taxidermy/Mummy.
Yeah.
As a cured meat or as a process in general?
We don't care. Let's
This episode's gone to fuck. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
go. Go.
Out of what?
I don't care. Anything you
Out
want.
of the regular scaling,
3.05.
from a scale of bestiality to taxidermy.
Would you show your workings, please?
No, fuck you.
No, fair. That's more than fair.
What did he rate it? Bestiality. Okay.
5.
Yeah,
This
fair
is
enough.
weirdly high for bestiality, but fair.
I
Very
mean, I did
interesting,
say
man.
my rating and then you said
Very
the scale,
strange.
so-
Ollie,
What was the question?
On the scale of bestiality to taxidermy, how do you rate the cured meat of this episode?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to rate taxidermy as taxidermy for this one. But I would also rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 4.
I'll call it taxidermy.
Oof.
Oh,
Is that the joke we want to finish on?
oh wow.
No,
Well,
come
go
on.
ahead.
This is why he's
Bring
not
it home.
fast.
Bring it home, boy. Come on.
Bring it home because he fucked it.
He said taxidermy.
Yeah, he didn't like it. Really ruined the whole flow of everything that we've been doing here.
On a scale of bestiality to taxidermy, ooh, that's a rough one.
It's your scale.
Yeah.
The scale.
Have you never used the scale before?
Your own questions.
I would say
are often
I would land this
answer.
on a bit of carvery and a bit of a spit roast. You know what I mean?
Ew.
Because
Oh, this episode's been a
'Cause you-
spit roast. Am I right, guys?
I don't think this is going to air. I don't think it matters.
I don't think any of this is coming out. But if it does, I'm not me.
Who are you? What?
I would rate taxidermy/mummy a 1.1. This I wouldn't eat it, but I would look at it and I would think, ooh, that's a bit dodgy.
No, it does depend on the bird though, right? Because if you
It
don't-
does.
if you
If
don't-
it's a
I'm saying like taxidermy a
I would.
taxidermy a dog, I'm not going to eat it. Taxidermy a sausage, I probably would.
You're just eating sausage tin then, basically.
With fluff in it.
What do you taxidermy a steak?
What do you think to the sausage now, you fucking sheeple? It's mostly fluff.
Your dog?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Chicken
Well-
McNugget is 88% fluff. We all know
Thank
that.
you for listening to the Cured Meats podcast.
We've got to Ollie, what's your...
Yeah, you put in an absolute
oh, yeah.
stint
Yeah.
this week.
I thought Ollie did this.
No.
Oh yeah, special guest Ollie.
Guest Ollie.
Oh, sorry, Ollie.
Ollie, if you could be an ice cream, what sort of ice cream would you be?
Could be an ice cream. Do you mean type of ice cream?
Yeah, what type of ice cream would you be?
What ice cream would you be?
variety,
Yeah,
ice cream shape.
No, what type of ice cream?
What type of
if
ice
you could
cream,
be an ice
sir?
cream, what type of ice cream would you be?
Do you mean like
Well, don't you...
Would-
Ollie!
Answer the
if
question.
you're in an ice cream shop and
If
have
you
loads
could
of
be an ice
if
cream,
you
what ice
could
cream?
be-
scoops that you can scoop. I want
anything,
to do this, want to
just
do this.
matter.
Or do you mean when you
Answer,
go
answer,
to a truck
answer.
and they can have
Five,
lettuce,
four,
like,
If you as a
Three,
person were an ice
two,
cream,
if
what
you-
ice cream would you
a
be?
flavour or a
Answer.
type of ice?
Answer.
Either.
What
Both.
is the difference?
Answer.
If you were an ice cream, what ice cream would you be?
Name a format and a flavour combination.
Okay, fine. 2 answers. If I was a scoop of ice cream, I'd either be.
You're just the tub. You're the ice cream in the tub. Before it's been put on a cone or
I'd either be mint choc chip or raspberry ripple. If I was
it's cool.
It's not quite fingernail ice cream, is
It's
it?
not good. Not good answers.
fingernail ice cream.
Yeah, that was Max's answer. When
Yeah,
he was on.
terrible.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Sorry, Max, that's terrible. But if I was a type of ice cream, I would say a feast. As in, like, if I was a brand. Of
Yeah, a brand, I see.
All right. Well, there we
Is
are.
that a type of ice cream?
Thank you for
Feast.
listening
Good
to the Kimmy's
answer.
podcast. if you are listening to the Cubits podcast.
If any of this makes the cut.
Who knows? We'll find out in about 6 months.
Meats.
Kid meats.
Kid meats.
Have a
Happy Christmas.
Very happy Christmas.
Happy
Probably
July.
next Christmas.
Happy New
And a
Year.
Merry New Year.
Yeah, so
And to sing us out.
Really, that got you. That got you.
The Merry
sing
New
us
Year
out.
was good enough for Ellis.
salt some beef, eat some turkey, kiss your mum on the lips.
Smush.
Let's have a song to finish.
That's yes.
When your uncle comes for Christmas.
My uncle comes a lot. Let's start again. But this time don't laugh.
End of show. End of show. Shut it down.
3, 2, right. This time don't laugh.
When your auntie comes for Christmas.
My auntie doesn't come that much.
She brings all her ideas.
But my uncle.
Unfortunately, she's a racist prick.
Been there.
Sorry, that's not to do with my specific aunties. They're all very nice people.
Except for that one who's a racist.
You know who you are.
You think you're sitting there, sitting round the table, and you don't know what to do in this situation. Well, I can recommend
Chewing on a little baby stuffed bird that you found in a weird shop somewhere.
no. Stuff her with fluff, taxidermy.
Your aunt,
That's your sister.
sister, you're stuffing her full of fluff and bits and bobs and making sure she looks nice for the future and she'll be sold in the shop someday.
Then she won't be a problem. Tell me why she shouldn't be there.
She looks nice on the mantle.
How the fuck can she fit on the mantle? She's 5'4".
That's exactly how. It's a big mantle. You don't know me or my home decor. I have a really big fireplace.
Whoa, that's a really big fireplace.
It's covered in stuffed animals.
You know what I'd like?
And auntie's like a big gator I've got on there. Like a big alligator, I meant.
It was a racist gator.
It was a racist gator.
I put that racist gator on a spit roast.
We cooked it up, but actually it turns out the skin doesn't cook that well when it's just full of fluff on the inside.
But it tastes so good. It tastes so good. It tastes so good.
It's polypropylene, it's hydroplastics, it's not good for you.
It's not good for you.
They found plastics at the bottom of the ocean.
What? What's that got to do with anything?
I just thought I'd warn the audience because it seems like a
Talking absolute bullshit.
They found those same plastics inside your aunt, so it seems sort of more pressing than otherwise it would usually be.
Your aunt's a whale at the bottom of the ocean.
Your aunt's a whale at the bottom of the ocean.
On account of the Botox.
Boat.
Oh no.
That could have been as well.
And that's do it
Thank
for
you
today.
for listening.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Shit.
Listening to the last ever episode.
We're going
I
under.
think 30 is good. Come on, guys. We didn't think it would make it to 10.
This was a Belgrave Boys production.